right, good morning. Back again. Another Sunday morning. Going to be working on the glowing telegram front end. I wonder, can I pen more than 4 things? Up to 6. All right, so let's pen. Let's see, glowing telegram front end. There we go. Maybe that's fine. These are the public projects that I have worked on stream effectively. So this is nice. Maybe I'll move this one down. It's kind of not been worked on recently. All right, so today we're going to be working on our front end app some more. I made some progress. Let's see, what did we do last stream? So last stream, I think we were working on the profile stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. So the last stream was actually on Thursday, and I'm going to be trying to do some additional streams in the mornings on so not just Sundays, but also I think Tuesdays and Thursdays, kind of in between the gaming stream days. So Thursday, I had worked on the profile page. I think that's true because I recall if you click this button, which allows you to reauthorize if you're already connected. I also added, since the Thursday stream, a disconnect button as well to make it a little easier to test the whole workflow. But I made it so that, interesting. Why so often? It's like every minute. Shouldn't it be every hour for the liveness checker? 1,000 milliseconds, 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Set interval. Every delay milliseconds. Okay. Well, it should be every hour. It's doing that check, but okay. Anyway, so moving on though, I had started working on a new page, which is a little bit broken. So we're gonna be fixing things. I have a PR for it as well for the Stream Manager UI, and so the idea is to essentially have a version of what Twitch provides me, which is, let's see, I can probably just show this, right? This guy, where I have Twitch chat, and I have activities, and I have like some buttons where I can edit stream info. And this is kind of the main thing I'm after, is where I can edit the title and tags and those sorts of things for the stream. So taking that away. So I want to have that built into Glowing Telegram. And so what I have so far is quite a bit less, right? But one of the reasons for having it in the tool is to be able to take advantage of the thing that we've been working on in past streams, which is this idea of having a schedule, a kind of outline of like, okay, well, on Sundays I do this stream, and here are the standard tags. Also, I guess a thing I would like to be able to do is click on this. Let's see, let's open some bugs. Let's say I didn't enable issues on this project because I was going to do it in here. So let's say, oops. Let's say oops. Yeah, so new stream manager UI. I'm going to create some items here. So this is going to be make stream plans clickable from calendar view. Okay, that's one thing. Fix rendering of markup in calendar in stream plans calendar view. All right. And we aren't actually working on those right now. It's just kind of convenient to have, because there's so many things in the to-do column to create them there so that they're easier to access. All right. So, right. So one, we have a red X on Stream Manager UI because I broke some unit tests because I was doing some refactoring. And so we need to fix a little bit of that. But also, I already see a bug. So this was fine until today. So now for some reason the countdown, I mean, it shouldn't be negative 8 hours and 37 minutes. So I'm not sure why that is happening. Probably some time zone issue. But then we can see all the other, this is essentially what I'm doing. What I'm trying to do here is, if we look at our stream calendar, we can see that, well, it's the first. What's supposed to happen is, based on this, the next upcoming stream should be this one, which is like 7 days away. So that's what I want to display here. It's like the next upcoming stream. Maybe I do want to have a little bit of a margin here. Maybe I want to show upcoming stream as being still being this until its end time, and then show the next one. Something like that maybe is what I'll want, rather than literally be, okay, well, time is past 8:30, show the next one, because what if I'm running late? And the idea here being that I would be able to have this info handy, and I would be able to access the settings for the stream and be able to sync these. Like, I could pull this list of tags and push that to Twitch, right? So I have some to-dos of like things to do to accomplish that. Specifically, the stream info editor is going to be this part here. We'll do styling at some point. It's just not a priority right now. So I get some functionality going first. But the idea will be, we have a form to edit the stream information. So this is like stream title, content labels, category, tags, all the things you can edit in the Twitch Stream Manager. And then some buttons. 1, to push changes to Twitch. 2, to load the stream information from Twitch. Yeah, I think that'll make sense to do it that way. Let's say refresh. This is essentially a reset button. So if we change stuff and we want to cancel, we can just pull the data back from Twitch. And then add a button to populate the stream information from the profile and stream data. So essentially from this stuff over here, because that's what this is. This tile upcoming stream. So let's go find that really quick as well. There we go, upcoming stream. So here we go. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to improve the functionality here, and then we'll start working on this. Thinking about how I want to proceed on working on this front end. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to continue to dev directly against the Twitch API. While I can, at some point we'll start to do things where I won't necessarily want to change things on stream necessarily. And at some point we'll have to start looking at mocking the API that I'm using. like the like calling the Twitch API from the front end, but actually having it being intercepted. And I have a tool for that, which I've not had an opportunity to use as much as I would like, called mock service worker, which essentially allows you to inject a thing that will intercept API calls in the browser. Yeah, so there's the kind of the pitch for that. For now though, so back to upcoming stream, how are we doing this? So we have some material UI components here that are laying things out, and we have this diff object, this diff array that has days, hours, minutes, and seconds, and that's being calculated by comparing the date from the stream. Oh, I see. So this is the date, but not the time. And also, yeah, I think we might need a utility for the purpose of handling the stream date and time stuff. So let's see, where else did I use? Where did I access? So in generate events for day, let's see. Oh, right. So the dot date here is what we're calculating here, event date. And then event time is this time. Do I want to... do this here? This is probably a mistake of trying to do this formatting here. Instead, yeah. So let's look at this. So where is generate events for date being used? In stream plans calendar, also in the new find next stream, in our unit test, and in generate events for right, in the file itself. Okay, so here, what we do is we call this function, and then we put that event's result, so that's an array of a stream event, into our days array. And then we're using that to then render a time. Is that it? Yeah, we're not even using day. Let's change around some things. So the date here is actually going to be a date time. Yeah, and it's like, oh, you should use a type import. And then this becomes this. And then we don't need either of these things, I think. Okay. That seems good. What did I break? Upcoming stream, definitely. I think some other things as well. So like find next stream is probably broken by that change. Nope. Events. Right, so here we're only interested in finding an event, not looking at it. So whatever find next stream is called from, which is probably an upcoming stream. So here this becomes simple, right? Because this is stream date, which means I'll probably just do that. There we go. to locale string. I wonder what that looks like. And then date dot. All right, Copilot knows. Oh, I probably want to tell it to be like date full here, actually. In other words, what Copilot had originally given me. So what does that look like? And does that fix our bug? And where is, oh yeah, it's this one now. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, that's much better. Look, so it has the right date and the time, and we are negative 16 minutes. All right, so we've, it's yeah, that's correct. Nice. So, why does it? So this is what I want it to do, but the question is, why is it still showing this one and not the next one, the one on the 8th? Huh. I just noticed something about. I've been thinking recently, as I've been looking at VODs and prepping stuff to go up to YouTube, I've been noticing on the keyboard cam, I have a tendency of like having my hand like this, where my thumb is like clustered around like Alt here, rather than using closer fingers. But I think generally the idea is that I should be able to hit Control or Alt. I think there's one over here somewhere, but I never use it. So that I'm not having to do weird things like that. I guess I could, bring a finger down or something, but I think that's something that I will have to think about a little bit on how to actually do in a less awkward way. Anyway, what was I? Before I was distracted by thoughts of keyboards. Yeah. Right. So the find next stream function, how does it work? So it starts with a start date time. And so in upcoming stream, we must be passing the current date and time at any given point in time, right? So we are saying that wait, shouldn't this just not have a second argument? Yeah, I think that should just not have a second argument. Anyway, so that set interval there is what's responsible for this updating live, because it's every second it's updating the state to set the current date and time, and then this state changing then tells React that this component needs to re-render. And so, because now changes, then the diff changes, and then everything else changes to reflect that. So how does this work? Oh, right. So this component already knows of the stream event. So this isn't responsible for that changing. So it's whatever uses this component. What uses this component? It's Stream Manager page. And we have, another thing, if you were looking closely, very closely, because part of it's hidden by the keyboard cam, I changed something since the last stream to make it so they didn't have a bunch of relative imports. I changed two things, tsconfig. This is something I've done in other projects as well in the past. I added paths to compiler options to basically translate anything that's @ to be relative to the SOC folder. And then you have to do the same thing in vite config or it doesn't work. Like the TypeScript stuff works, but like vite and the dev server and stuff don't handle it correctly unless you also add this resolve alias thing here to tell it how to find things. So with both of those together, I'm able to, instead of doing like / use profile, I can use @ use profile. And that means if I want to reorganize things and have like subfolders and I move a component, I don't have to come back and change / use profile to be / use profile or vice versa, right? So that is, I like that. Anyway, so here is where we're doing upcoming stream and we're passing a stream. So here we go. Stream is find next stream from date time now in the next 7 days. Maybe 7 days isn't enough, at least with the current setup. It should be. I think maybe maybe we need to add some unit tests to find next stream to really understand how it's working. The idea is that we have stream plans, and so what should be happening here, so start date time is now, and we're generating events for day. So target date, so we iterate over all the plans. We figure out the start date of each plan in its time zone. Get the start hour and minute. So this is stuff we looked at before, right? This was written on stream last week or the week before. I forget exactly when. Looks like maybe a week ago. So if we're still getting I think this makes sense. I think that if the current time is before the end of the stream period, then this will still return an event for the target date time, right? So in other words, now, right? So if we were in the future, a few hours, so past the end of the scheduled time that the stream ends, then this would actually say December 8th. Yeah, at 8:30 a.m. Which conveniently is, I think, what I want. So, how serendipitous of it to be correct. I guess that's all good. One thing I should look at doing maybe is I think all these tests are now broken. So let's go run them. Yep, they're all broken. Even more broken because I just changed some other stuff. So, right. Probably the biggest thing I changed is that I changed this to pass through the whole plan in the event. So stream event now, I renamed it. I think originally it was called event, which got confusing because there were places where I was referring to an event and it was thinking I was referring to like the DOM event interface. So I renamed this to stream event and I made it so it extends stream plan. So it has everything that is in stream plan, which is nice because we'll just take all the info. But now all the tests are broken. What if we did to match object? Does this test pass now with that? No, it's slightly different still, right? So I changed ID to be an integer again to match what is going on with the stream plan. And then we changed just a few minutes ago date to be the whole date time, and then time is no longer a thing. And it's not title, it's name. And this is prep notes. So if I run this test now, does this pass? What's the problem? To match objects, not quite right. To match to, isn't there a thing where it can be like a partial match? Maybe it's, no, it's not to match because that's a regex thing. It's not to contain. I thought it was to match object. Wait. So then there's another part of this, right? To match object, but then we do something else here. There we go. Object containing. There we go. So. Okay. To equal. Okay. Well, at least the docs are helpful. Okay. No. Lies. Okay, what did this say? Matches if the received object contains all the properties of the expected object. And they have an example where expect to equal expect.object containing A1, right? So this has additional properties that aren't in here, and this should pass. So why is this a problem? Okay, we're getting expect from vtest. Expect thing to equal expect object containing. So one would think that then if everything in event sub-0 is in this, which it is, we got date, we have ID, we have name, we have prep notes. Sure, there's extra things, but that shouldn't matter. So what's the problem? Yeah, I feel like, okay, so object containing here is, it's, you know, vtest expect index that, okay. Maybe the documentation is a lie. Let's do some Googling. Vtest object containing. Expect to equal. Then you have some nested stuff, and then you have expect object to containing. Yeah. When used with an equality check, this asymmetric matcher will return true if the value has a similar shape. So why doesn't it work? May 13th. October 2nd. Maybe there's an open issue about object containing. To match object. Yeah, this isn't, I don't think this is really relevant to my situation. Nah. Wrong diff. Is this, yeah, this is the same thing I was just looking at. Okay, what is there an update for vtest? Five days ago. So what changed in 2.16? Supports feed 6, of course. I don't care. It's an odd one. I mean, I would think that like to match object should do the right thing here. Okay, let's just rerun the whole file. So what's the problem? It doesn't even show anything, you know, it's just like used to check that a JavaScript object matches a subset of the properties of an object. Exactly. So wait. Should return an event if the target date is in the first week that matches the recurrence. Okay, that's this one. They're identical, right? No, yeah. It's very odd. Let's npm test. Okay, 3 tests failed. So here we go. So date is a date time, right? Which we knew that. So the issue is here in the this output. Like if I just rerun this again, we get back to here, right? Is that the diff here, it renders out something, but this is not the actual value. This is a lie. Ooh, is this? Can we do? Wait, how do we construct a date time? From ISO. That's how. Now that passes. Hooray! Jeez. Okay. All right. And then if we look at this test, this fails because of various reasons. So I'm going to change this to match object, which does work the way I thought it did in the first place, which is good. This needs to be an integer. This should be name. This should be something like date time dot something. What is it? Parse ISO? No. From ISO, which this isn't, but that's okay. Okay, so if I run this test, it's going to tell me what's wrong. Actually, it might be much easier to pass a string. There we go. Then we get the actual string. How nice of it. Assuming, of course, that the code is correct. That's, you know, oops. Oh, I failed to copy the test output. There it is. All right, let's make some room. So I wanted to copy that. Am I actually copying from this? I'm hitting Control C. All right, that worked that time. So this looks right though, because it was 1125 2300. So that seems right. Let's run the test again, and it passes. All right, awesome. One more to go. So this should be a similar deal to match object. So we're just making this so the test tolerates the presence of additional keys in there that we don't care about for the purposes of the test. And then some things got renamed because we changed things around. Okay, so that, and this should be 03. If this is I'm not actually sure. Let's do this. Like this. And this is prep notes. Now. The other advantage, right, of changing around the interface to make it so that the output interface matches the input is that then we just have one name to refer to this field as it's being passed through, rather than being over here it's called prep notes, and over here it's called notes, and over here it's called title, and over here it's called name. It's going to be a source of errors. So yeah, 0300 at UTC -4 is I think a correct thing. So that. So if I run all of the tests, oh, right, it should be in the time zone of the stream plan. Wait, Expected, actual. Right, so expected is this. Actual is what was inside of event sub-0. Did I copy the wrong thing? (1125 300) in time zone. It's very hard to read that. Let's move that over. System zone. So in other words, I don't think that's right. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, 25. 2024, 11:25. Oh yeah, okay. So 3 a.m. Pacific time. No. 3 minute second. System zone. Confused. Hold on, let's just do this and we can get a nicer output. There we go. So expected is what I put here. Actual is what is over here. So as we discovered before, even if I change that, it still doesn't work. It gives us, oh, this is exactly the same. So in the other tests, I was able to make this pass by wrapping this in a datetime from ISO, like so. And I could have sworn I did the same thing, and yeah, it fails. Why? Why? Let's try something here. If I do that, aha, okay. Override the zone with the fixed offset zone specified in the string itself if it specifies one. In other words, I think by default, datetime.fromISO takes this string, reinterprets it into UTC, and then the representation is in UTC. Unless you pass this, in which case it looks at the offset present here, and the representation of the date time is relative to that time zone, or that offset, which is describing the behavior of the code as it currently is. So there you go. All right. Well, that was necessary for the code checks to pass. So let's get that checked in. What did I change here? Oh yeah, we changed this. And so we changed the types as well. Like so. And then we have to update upcoming stream to reflect that change. I want to just have that all in a single commit so that refactor, update, upcoming stream components use datetime for date formatting, adjust. Yep, that. And then what changed here? Oh yeah, I made a bunch of changes here. Just kind of rearranging things as kind of a side effect of trying some other things. But also adding the ability to disconnect essentially remove the access token from the profile. So we'll commit that as a thing. Connect the disconnect and error handling. Okay, sounds good. All right, so maybe now I can make some progress on some of the things I wanted to do today. How about that? So let's see, done with that. Is there anything else I was expecting to see here? No, it should all be the same, right? And then, interesting. Didn't there used to be a time here? I could have sworn there used to be a time here. What happened? I definitely broke something. Let's see. Stream manager, find next stream, generate events. If we go back far enough. Nope. So okay. Stream plans calendar. Something's broken. Aha. Property time does not exist. No time. Date dot. Okay, so does that fix? There we go. Now we have a time. That's update emit time display to use localized time format. Sure. All right, now maybe we'll push that up and we can move on to other things. Yeah, okay. So, stream info editor. What should this look like? What should it do? Well, let's just kind of enumerate things here, right? Title, not a date. Can we? Ooh, I think I grabbed a screenshot of this, so I don't have to keep on switching back. There we go. So we have title. Now let's just do side by side here. Get rid of that. There we go. We have title. We have go live notification. We have category. We have audience. Although, one, I've never used the audience thing. This allows you to be like, this is a sub-only stream, I think. But also, when I was looking at the Twitch API for setting for, let's see. Oh, good job. For modifying channel information, I didn't see. Hey, dang newbie, how's it going? I didn't see an option for populating that option for audience in the API. So I may not include it since, let's see, Control F, audience. Yeah, there's, let's see, that's info about streams. Okay, just 3 results, yeah? Okay, so probably not, we'll just not include that. And then tags, yes. Stream language. Maybe someday my my Japanese will be good. Will never be good enough to do something like that. Let's see. Modified channel information. Game ID, broadcaster language. So we can populate that. So I'll include it in the UI. How you doing this Sunday, day newbie? Thanks for coming by and saying hello. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So tags, stream language, content classification. And then rerun and branded content. I think I saw something about rerun. Let's see. These are not required fields. All the fields are optional, but you specify at least one field. So you can just do like a partial update, right? You don't have to provide everything every time. Which means if I don't want to include like setting the delay for the only users with partner status may set this field. Interesting. Tags. Oh yeah, so something I should do is in the project. Here we go. Add ability to limit the number of tags in what is the component called? Tag editor. Tag editor component. Okay, we'll put that there. That way in the UI we can set it to 10 and respect what this is saying. Dang Newbie said, slept in late, had pancakes and bacon. Gonna watch football a bit. Last lazy day before 2 weeks of chaos. Yeah, right? I am enjoying my my time off from work still. Still enjoying it. We'll be enjoying it for a while, I think. Nice. My breakfast was a cinnamon roll, which is pretty good. Not very healthy, although I don't know that you can really say pancakes and bacon are healthy either, but maybe a little bit more wholesome. But yeah, cinnamon roll and coffee. All right, what is this ID? Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong. Modify channel information. There we go. Can we change this around to see better? Yeah, we have use or lose leave. So most of the company is off second half of December every year. Yeah. My employer in the US, our offices and our, I guess it's a weird way of saying it when I don't work out of an office, but the company is closed from Christmas through New Year's anyway. So that's like pre-baked leave. So it's since that's been the case, it's very tempting to, stack up my PTO against that to then, just take the whole month off, since that's just kind of a given. Modify channel information, channel properties. So what is? Oh, I see. So this is a nested object, right? Content classification labels, the ID, and then whether or not the label should be enabled or disabled for the channel. ID of the labels that must be added or removed from the channel. Interesting. I've never added any of these. I know these exist, and I know that there are pre-baked ones you get by choosing certain game categories. Yeah, so game ID there. Is branded content. Okay, so we can add that as well. Is branded content. All right, so those are the things I want to add to our form. And then we'll add some buttons. So how do I want this to look? Let's go over to the MUI docs. And we'll look at inputs, text field, isn't there? Actually, what version of material? I want to make sure I'm looking at the right docs. Are we explicitly depending on Material UI, or is that just transitive from React Admin? The latter. So React Admin 5, what version of Material UI are you using? think I'm not sure if it's listed here or if we have to go into the sub package. The sub package. Packages. RA-UI material UI. Package. 5.15.20. Okay, so I probably should be looking at material UI 5 docs. Interesting. Layout utils. I think I'm thinking of a past version of Material UI where there was more wrapper components that were available. But we can do something like this. And get us started. Let's get our well, I don't want to import it like that. I want to do the that kind of import. And I'm also going to want import text fields from Material UI, but not that way. That way. Yeah, there we go. All right. So it's been an hour, so I'm going to take a break here for a couple minutes, and when I return, we're going to build out this form and start building some of these components for autocompletes and stuff. So I'll be right back.